For generations, the path to upward mobility in America was laid in concrete and steel. If you wanted a high salary and a shot at the top, you moved to the city. It meant heading to places like New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, or San Francisco. These were the mandatory geographic destinations for anyone trying to build a career. But in 2026, the engine is reversing. Thousands of Americans are actively fleeing metropolitan centers that were once considered the only places to find success. So what is exactly forcing people out? Is it an unlivable economy, rising safety concerns, or a technological shift that finally gave workers a choice? The reality is a combination of all three, and together they are forcing a generation of workers to reconsider where and how they want to live. The primary catalyst pushing people to the exits is the raw cost of survival. Housing prices in major urban centers have detached from average middle-class incomes. This graph shows exactly how that pressure builds. As urban housing costs rise, middle-class savings remain stagnant. Renting a small apartment now consumes so much income that many families are working harder while their bank accounts sit flat. That cycle of financial stagnation finally broke when remote work transitioned from a temporary experiment to a permanent fixture of the economy. Watch what happens on this map. A reliable internet connection severed the tether that forced workers to live within commuting distance of a corporate office. The radius of where you can live expands to anywhere with a Wi-Fi signal. This created an opening for geographic arbitrage. Workers keep their big city salaries, but they apply those wages to small-town property taxes and lower living costs. The results are immediate. Technology has ended the major cities' monopoly on high-paying jobs. With that freedom, people are moving south and west. They are landing in smaller cities across the Sun Belt, specifically targeting states like Texas, Florida, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. What they find there is space. Growing families are trading cramped apartments for larger homes, yards for their children, and a less crowded environment. They are also reclaiming their time. Sitting on a gridlocked Los Angeles freeway for hours takes a heavy psychological toll. Eliminating that daily commute drastically lowers baseline stress. But leaving the metropolitan center requires calculated compromises. You surrender immediate access to specialized entertainment and niche job markets. You trade public transit for mandatory car ownership, and top-tier healthcare is suddenly much further away. Escaping the city forces you to prioritize what actually matters to your daily quality of life. Looking at this topographical heat map, you can see population density draining from coastal megacities and blooming across the interior. Experts project this will continue for years, redrawing the economic map of the country. Instead of defaulting to the largest available job market, Americans are selecting locations based on personal goals and affordability. The American dream is no longer validated by how high you can climb in a high-stress big city. In 2026, success is defined differently. It means achieving financial stability, securing physical space, and protecting your mental health. The movement of people across the map is a physical reflection of how Americans have changed their priorities regarding work, family, and time. So how do you define your own metrics for success? Would you choose the potential of a big city or the balance of a smaller town? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next video.